As soon as I said the question out loud, I thought to myself, man, I always wanted to be named Zach from Saved by the Bell. I always love that name.
I was probably, I was going to say I was probably more of a Slater, but that's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get this physique.
You know what I should have said?
Well,
Wooderson.
I used to have muscles. Not like Slater, but...
I love you, dude. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today, we are doing another segment of Getting to Know Taurus and the Taurus family, and we have Mr. Kyle Johnson on the show today. Kyle, how's it going, buddy?
It's going well, guys. Thanks for having me. How are you guys doing?
I think if we were doing any better, there'd have to be 4 of us.
yeah. I was trying to think of
for that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something clever, and I was like, how long can I stall before I look like an idiot?
So Kyle's been a part of our team for a long time. We'll get into how long.
Right.
And Kyle's in charge of our logistics, right? So he manages our warehouse space, not just here, but also our Lubbock office location. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about how you kind of started with Taurus and what was your path to get here?
Okay. Man, it was probably 12 years ago, maybe back in 2010. My sister used to date a fellow employee by the name of Jake Pace.
Yeah.
And
Woo!
right, old school, baby.
We want to talk about that?
I mean, we can get into it if you guys want to.
No, I mean, I'll make sure Jake gets a copy of this.
Yeah.
Do we have a picture of Jake with a paper towel on his head?
Oh, dude, that would be great. I know the exact image you're.
If we have one, we'll show it.
Standing on top of the table.
Yeah, without
It's
a
tough.
blanket or anything like that. Yeah.
Anyway,
so I met him at a bar. I ran into him at a bar probably, 10 or 11 years ago, 12 years ago, and we got to talking, and he was asking me what I was doing, and I'd been bartending and kind of washed up with that and just bored with it.
Yeah.
Bartended for quite a long time, and he started telling me about this place, Taurus, that he was working at, and he's like, yeah, we travel all around, and we integrate audio, visual, and video conferencing, and the people we work with are awesome, and blah, blah,
There's
blah.
these guys named Corey and Robert that are awesome.
Yeah,
It's just, they're the only reason you should come to work there.
Yeah, that's it.
Back then, there's probably, only 10 people working at Taurus? Around 10 to 12?
I think it was, it would have been like 12.
Right.
Yeah. Pull that microphone right up on your face, too.
Like right here?
Yeah,
Right.
like right on it.
Right.
Don't
on
get too
it.
seductive with it. This
Right.
is a PG show.
Hey,
Yeah.
kid show. Kid show.
Like your beard should tickle it sometimes.
it is pretty tickly.
All right, we're going down a path. Okay, continue.
So I had an interview, and the funny thing about it is, guys, the first interview I had, I didn't get the job.
Yeah?
Who'd you interview with?
I interviewed with, it was Langham, Cooper, Brian Rainey, and Frank Rozo.
Okay.
And the first interview I had,
Those 4 against you in a room.
yeah, man, it was.
You were probably more nervous then than you are now.
Probably, man. I mean, that's quite the room when you don't really know
Yeah.
4 of those dudes. But yeah, I didn't get the job. They decided to go with some other guy, and about a month and a half later,
My guy.
my guy, yeah. About a month and a half later, Jake calls me, and I got some inside information saying, hey, they just let go of a technician. Call up there, see if they're ask them if they're hiring. And so I did, and sat down with the same 4 gentlemen, and the rest is history, as they say.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of a little funny
So
story.
did that other guy not work out?
Yeah, he was gone within like a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was the guy they hired him, and then that's when Jake called and was like, hey, I got some insider information.
So-
that guy that won the job is totally failed.
No. It was.
I'm trying to remember the timeline. So were you here?
I was here right after Chandler left.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Timber was here before you.
Yeah, Timber was here before me.
I love
But
how
know
people
Timber.
listening and watching have no idea who these people
Right.
are.
Yeah, they're. Yeah. All right.
It's a whole nother podcast.
But yeah,
I didn't remember that you were bartending before Taurus.
I was at a place by the name of the Ashton Hotel in downtown Fort Worth.
Okay.
It was like a fine dining, small luxury hotel that I bartended at.
You realize
Most
a
of your
large.
drinks are martinis, Manhattans, and old fashions, huh?
Oh yeah, lots of old fashions.
How have you never made me a drink before?
Man, I retired from those days. But
I was going to say, I got out of that
yeah,
business.
yeah. I mean, I bartended for quite a while, and
So you started here as a field technician.
yeah,
How long did you do that?
probably around 4 years. And when I started, BT, British Telecom, was subbing out a lot of their work, so we were traveling all over the place. I mean, we traveled probably 300 days out of the year.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
early
Yeah.
on, it was a lot.
And it was super fun back then. Like, I was younger, and a lot of the people that we were traveling with were younger and weren't married and didn't have kids. So we worked hard, but we played hard as well, and it was really, really good times.
Lots of good stories.
Oh yeah, lots of good stories that aren't meant for this podcast.
So tell us about when you transitioned from the field into being in our logistical department and really running that. Tell us what your your day-to-day is in your role now.
Well, after I left the field technicians, I went into purchasing for about 2.5, 3 years, and learned that side of it. And then eventually, once we moved in to our Flower Mound office, kind of took over the reins in the warehouse.
It was like a natural progression sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty interesting to start integrating a product, then move to purchasing said product, then move to managing the receive of that product. That's a pretty interesting path.
I mean, I think it was beneficial, one, to install the gear, but two, to understand all the part numbers when I'm ordering it and all that stuff. And then three, receiving it, knowing how it works and what it needs to be complete, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and you still now, not so much as a purchaser, but now you get to work with the technicians quite a bit
Yep.
as they're coming through, getting stuff and bringing stuff back and
RMA and
leaving stuff piled everywhere.
yeah, man. It's part of the everyday grind.
In your career here, how many times do you think you've heard the phrase, "Oh man, you can take that TV. My truck's right out there. You can go put it right back out there in the back truck."
Thousands,
and
I still hear it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm wondering. Is like you and the staff.
Yeah.
If you're out there receiving large shipments of tons of displays,
right?
The person delivering is
That's
like,
exactly what I was thinking.
The freight driver. He's
like,
maybe at least once a month.
You want to just leave that in my truck? Maybe you
If there's
forget
like a
it.
broken one or like a damaged one, because if there's box damage, we don't accept it. He's always, you just put it in the back of my truck. No one has to know. I'm like, yeah, buddy, haven't heard that one yet.
So here's what I would like to do. I'd like to install a massive whiteboard system out there for you guys.
Just
and
a
the
tally,
only
like a
thing,
tally
just a
board?
tally. I just want to
make
see
a mark.
tallies, and then
a mark.
every Christmas party or so, we'll just reflect to that board.
That's great.
We don't put like what the tally marks are for. You just leave it a little ambiguous, but I think that'd be great.
No, dude, that'd be awesome.
All right, we're gonna get into some fun questions. We changed it up from a few of the last episodes, so if you've watched those, and I'm saying this to the people watching and to Kyle, that
He said he watched them all last night.
I watched quite a few of them last night just because I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
and we changed up every question.
Right, yeah. I watched Aaron and Kev's like when they first came out, but I hadn't been up to date since. But
we're going to start with what I think is probably the most important question. Corey is going to ask you first.
Okay.
We're going to start right off the top.
This by the way, is a really good question. It's a really thoughtful question.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you put it on here.
Thank you.
So, the zombie apocalypse is coming.
Right.
Who are the 3 people you'd want on your team? Your survival team.
My survival team.
Your go bag of people.
Or not survival, like just ready for.
I mean, just a zombie and say screw it. Like,
Maybe you've realized I'm not gonna make it, and I just want 3 other dudes.
I just want to talk to Michael Jordan. You know?
that's a
some
completely
debauchery.
different loaded question.
So really, you have to reflect first into yourself as to, are we going to try to survive this thing?
Yeah.
Or am I just going to like go out having a party?
That's why I removed the word survival. I just thought just on your team.
I picked up on that.
Okay.
That's
cool.
why.
Cool. I'm glad you did. Dude.
I mean, can it be like superheroes or
it can be
anything?
Anybody.
Okay, well,
Anybody you want.
that's easy. All right. So One would probably be The Rock, just because he's a BMF. You know?
Okay.
Two, the Hulk.
Wait, the Hulk or Bruce Banner?
Both, dude.
Oh no,
because you need the brains.
that's technically two people, so that rounds out your team.
No.
Yeah, in one body though. I think there's a little gray area there.
You put Hogan's head on top of The Rock's body. How about that?
Wait.
Now he's joining people.
Hulk Hogan?
No, I'm just.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Do you smell what the brother is cooking?
Yeah, man.
All right, so you got The Rock, who I thought was already going to be the muscle of the situation, and then you added in the Hulk, and who's your third?
I mean,
Are you worried about not being able to lift cars off of abandoned females?
Hey, dude, you never know. The third, who would I pick as the third? Probably have to go with Jordan. Just
Right?
yeah, dude. I mean,
Gotta have somebody tell some stories.
So if you want to crush some buckets and some skulls?
I mean, dude, just the stories that guy's got alone. You know, me being a Chicago boy. I mean, yeah, I have to have some entertainment.
I was thinking like way more practical.
Like what?
Like Steve Ranella or something?
Steve Ranella. Okay, I'm with you.
Let's get a picture up of Kyle on screen with the Hulk, Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock,
and Jordan.
and Michael Jordan.
I mean, that question is just so out there.
All right.
Yeah, like it kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, huh.
If you
idea.
are ever in a situation where there is it's a little bit of awkward silence,
Right.
doesn't matter business or personal related, ask that question and just see what happens. It's going to be a fun
It's a solid question.
Yeah, it's a loaded question for
and
sure.
leaving out the, to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, well, if it was that, it'd be Jessica Alba. And
Okay.
How is she going to help you survive?
No.
Yeah.
It's about hope.
yeah.
She's my reason for living.
Yeah, we're not going to go down that hole.
This is the greatest so far. So we have asked this question before. I really like it. If you were to describe yourself as an animal, what animal would you be and why?
Also commonly referred to as the spirit animal.
Yeah. I'd probably have to say a dog, man. As normal as that sounds, like I love people.
Like a domesticated pet dog or a wild feral dog?
Like a pet dog.
Okay. Like a German shepherd that's been well brushed.
Yeah, perfect, man. That gets to take naps daily and gets fed and I don't know. Dog's such a people person. I love people. It's loyal. I think I'm a pretty loyal dude.
Yeah.
So I would have to say a dog.
Okay.
I like it.
Any particular breed?
Oh man, dude. I mean, I'm always wearing a beard, so maybe one of those dogs that
like a Shih Tzu Terrier?
Yeah, something like that. Like that you can like rock the sweet facial
I'm
hair.
having a hard time ever remembering you without facial hair.
Right,
So-
dude. My baby face is so bad. I have to.
Have you ever met my dog Porky? Probably not.
No. What kind of dog's Porky? Awesome name, by the way.
I don't even remember. Now he's so old. He's so old. I don't even remember his lineage.
What?
Oh, my face is
But
already hurting.
he rocks the Fu Manchu. I mean,
See,
it's legit.
that's
it's like
baller.
Mr. Miyagi Fu Manchu.
Dude, that's awesome. I'd be something like that.
I can just imagine
If he
your
had a
face and
posable-
the disappointment if he ever goes to the groomer and they mess up that Fu Manchu. You're gonna be like, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
I'm not paying.
If I had like a Shih Tzu or something like that, like I would totally like make it wild face. Like
If Porky had opposable thumbs, he would just do this all day.
I mean, you got to with a womb broom like that, dude.
Oh gosh.
Okay. All right.
Next up.
I feel like you're going to crush this one. Favorite movie line quote.
Oh man,
We can expand this to be TV shows too. We ran into this.
so many great lines. I think I got to keep it PG here, right? Yeah.
That's
We
fair.
would prefer
Yeah,
it.
prefer it. Okay. So one of my favorite movies is Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Greatness, cult classic, right? And in that movie, at the very end, after they're done at the Moon Tower, hangar, and they're sitting on the field, 50-yard line, just chatting, right? McConaughey has a line that goes, what was it? Son, they've been, the older you get, the more rules they tell you have to follow. Man, you just got to keep living. LIVIN. And to me, like that, it's so simple, but yet so deep. You know what I'm saying?
That's really interesting because I would think 95% of people, when they say Dazed and Confused, Matthew McConaughey,
all right.
Well,
all right.
I was just going to confirm that's that movie, right? That's what it's from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And
Is that the same one?
The more deep-rooted, actually compassionate quote out of it.
I mean, yeah, there's so many
Yeah, it's
great,
the same one.
great.
Is it also the one where he's like, "Be a lot cooler if you"?
Yeah,
do. Same one,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
Yes, he's
same
got-
That
one.
movie's got a
He's
lot
got
of
a ton of
one-liners.
Or whose bowling ball is this, man? Oh, it's yours, man. Like,
I get older and they stay the same age.
Yeah.
There's a million of them.
yeah. I mean, and for that movie to, I mean, basically there was a bunch of kids. There were a bunch of 21-year-old kids that spent the summer together.
Yeah.
Like,
That sounds amazing.
they caught lightning in a bottle, man. And
That
Well,
guy could
it
do
is a
1,000 Lincoln commercials and he'll still be known for that.
oh, dude, yeah, dude. I mean, could you imagine him on a daily basis just walking around like?
I like to hang out with him. Yeah.
I'd love to hang out with him. I think it'd be.
He's
I mean,
a
he's
great
here in
motivational,
Texas.
motivational speaker, by the way. I don't know
Oh
if you've
yeah.
ever
Oh
listened to
yeah.
his stuff. He's very good.
The speech he gave when he won his, what was it? His Emmy or?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
I know the
dude,
one you're talking about.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
unbelievable speech.
So, I wish Lincoln would do a commercial with him where they kind of like copy some of the Dazed and Confused quotes.
That'd be
so
awesome.
like they
It doesn't
start out.
speak luxury. Yeah, that's not
It's
what
not.
they,
It's supposed to be funny. It would
agree.
be. I would buy a Lincoln if they did it.
they've spoofed a lot of
I
those
would-
Lincoln commercials.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about Lincoln releases a commercial with McConaughey, and it starts out all serious like he does, where I'm just cruising, and then he breaks into like a Dazed and Confused style quote.
Do it on and release it on April 1st, just like to that way centered around something. So if you wanted your marketing campaign to go back to serious, it always could. You didn't have to just
So remember that movie?
look at us,
the
dude. We're
Lincoln,
fixing people's stuff. We
the
just
Lincoln
became
lawyer?
multimillionaires.
Yeah.
Is that how he got that deal with Lincoln?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't
It's a
think
good
it had,
thought, though.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
I
think it had
mean,
anything because that was Lincoln, Nebraska.
right.
If
yeah,
you-
yeah, completely different. I get it, but
If your phone
Mhm.
said to you, look, capacity is an issue. We're shrinking everybody's capacity. You can keep only 3 apps on
3
your
apps.
phone. Everything else you have to delete.
okay. Now,
What
does
3 apps would
does the
would you
camera
keep?
count as an app?
Yes.
Okay.
Literally every button that accesses a feature is an application.
Okay. So I definitely keep my phone.
What? So
Well-
we can cross out like settings and
Right.
phone. And
Okay,
text.
that's what I was
phone. Yeah. So
So
phone,
photos,
we're-
like-
yeah.
Okay. Spotify for sure.
Okay.
I need my tunes. I need my jams.
Got to
Got
get
it.
that Rogan fix.
Gotta get it.
Got to get that. Got to get the good tunes. You know how I like my music. Maps because I have no idea where the hell I'm going.
Where I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you started, were we still at the phase of printing the map quests, or
Yeah.
did we have the
Yeah,
Garmin
for
at
sure.
that time?
I think we had the Garmin by that
Okay,
time.
all right.
Yeah.
Got it.
And if you tried, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you tried to use that Garmin today, you would be like,
What
"What is this
the
trash?"
F?
I'm
Yeah,
not even
right.
kidding you. Brian Rainey still uses his. I rode to Austin with him, and I was like, "Dude, where did you get that?" He goes,
No.
"Yeah, I keep it updated." I'm surprised you don't know this.
Firmware updated.
We can go mess with him after this.
Leave it to Brian.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And it's the model that we all had.
When's his birthday?
Dude, we should totally
May?
get him the
no,
upgrade.
No, he's not a Taurus.
Let's get him like the 9-inch Garmin, like,
or just get him a
Nuevo.
mount for his phone and show him how to use his phone.
He's not going to do that.
Okay,
he
fair
won't
enough,
do that.
fair
He
enough.
wants.
What's the third one?
He's old school.
Sorry.
What's the third one? Maps, Spotify.
And probably my Reddit app,
Okay.
just to keep up with message boards and news and all that stuff.
Those are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's fair.
What would you keep?
I know the first one that would go,
yeah.
just because I'm addicted. I can't like at night at home when like the kids go to bed and we're just sitting on like it's just Facebook, endless scrolling.
See,
like I'm an addict.
I got rid of that like 6 years ago, and like
I got to do it. But every time,
the best thing I've done, dude.
every time I go to delete it, I'm just like, But you got to understand too, my Facebook is not about like tumultuous times. It's food and cars. Like if you scroll my Facebook right now, it's food and cars and the occasional kid picture from somebody's wife's friend, something or another.
Right. When I got
answers with, I know what I delete. That's for sure. I got to get that out of there.
But you don't know what you'd keep.
Well, I would definitely probably keep Spotify because that's what I listen to every day on the way to work.
Right.
And I would for sure keep Google Maps because even if I had to get rid of like Google the browser as an app, you can still search for like restaurants because, I mean, you don't get this physique by not searching restaurants. And you can do that in Google Maps. And really, that's it. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I mean, then the camera. So that's kind of a given.
Yeah.
It's like, what is a camera that can't make phone calls?
Yeah.
True.
Wow. It's a lot.
What about you, Bob?
What about you?
Yeah. What about you, dude?
I would keep Waze. I'm not.
Okay. So you're anti-Google map?
Yeah, it's funny because all three of us have said maps. So that just goes to show you what technology has done to us.
Yeah.
I would keep ESPN. I love to be able to just get through a single app, get all of the sports information in one space. And probably that third one for me would be iTunes.
Okay.
I'm an Apple Music guy. I get my casts there, except for some particular casts I only get on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I guess that if I had to say three, those are going to be my three.
Honorable mention, though, I would legit miss my financial apps.
Like your Coinbase and stuff like that?
Yeah, like
probably like it's
Coinbase and Wells Fargo and PayPal.
You would legit miss them, or
I would miss them. I'm not keeping them because I could still go to my computer and access all of those.
It would be a total pain not to be able to like get into Wells Fargo and figure
but
out.
But I'm pretty sure.
How much money do I have?
Right. Most important.
I'm pretty sure I do like 99% of all of my bill paying and banking through my phone. I mean, I don't have to.
Yeah. No, it's just.
But
it's easy. It's convenient.
There it is.
I mean,
that's the key.
These things have made us so lazy as a society.
Key to any piece of technology is how convenient is it for you.
So I used to get upset when phone carriers wanted to charge you for a phone. Like you had to pay for it, you had to pay part of it, or it wasn't free. I'm like, this should be free.
Right.
And then a couple of years back, I kind of figured out, I was like, what device do I use absolutely the most and has the most functions of any of my TV at home, the remote to the TV, my computer, my car, the radio in my, like, what device do I own? And how much does that device cost? And if I just equate how much usefulness it brings to me, like technically that phone might be $1,000 or $800 or $1,200. But theoretically speaking, if you drew out some crazy chart, it's worth like 10 grand.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
It's hard for me to agree to pay that, but
yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of
people have to upgrade models every 3 years.
Yeah.
I get a new phone every 4 years or so.
Yeah. You wouldn't see a lot of people walking around with phones if they were 10G.
Well, they used to be.
Yeah.
I think this is an interesting one. If you were to change your name, what name would you change it to?
Man.
And why? Obviously not your last name, your first name.
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, if I ever have a kid, I would probably want to name it Crew. So probably Crew.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
cool.
Crew Marshall, maybe.
That's a cool
Something
name.
like that.
So
dude.
Crew Marshall Johnson?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And
CMJ?
CMJ, baby. And don't ask me why. I just always I've always
cool
thought
name.
Crew was a just awesome name, and then
all right,
Marshall is
all right.
Yeah, all right.
As soon as I said the question out loud, I thought to myself, man, I always wanted to be named Zach from Saved by the Bell. I always love that name.
I was probably, I was going to say I was probably more of a Slater, but that's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get this physique.
You know what? I should have said
well,
Wooderson.
I used to have muscles. Not like Slater, but.
I love you, dude. You take the next one, Corey.
It's all right, 'cause I'm safe out of
there. What's a secret talent we don't know about?
Oh man, dude.
Like, can you shoot
like, can
freaking
I
laser
tell
beams
now?
from the sharks attached to your head?
No laser beams. I I mean, if this wasn't a kid's show, I could share something, but I got one. I can tie a cherry stem with my tongue.
Boom.
It's super useless, but yeah, I've always been.
I don't
able to do
know.
that.
Maybe some girls.
Well, yeah. Well, in that, kid show. You know.
I don't even want to tell you.
What about you guys? I mean,
Sure, go ahead and
that's
say
such a off the wall question. Do you have any hidden?
My mom
useless-
had this pretty big gap,
Mhm.
like Strahan style
Mhm.
gap
Yeah,
in
where-
the front tooth. And I remember being a kid, and she said, "Hey, watch this." And she would take the end of the cherry stem, and she would use that gap to be able
tie?
to do that. So I don't know how. I don't know if that's a really good story to tell, but I've already said it, so it's out there.
I mean,
I'm sure my wife will troll me on Facebook. I know she's been trolling me. She won't tell me what she's saying.
she did. She trolled you hard. What did she say?
What about you, Corey?
I don't really know.
That's a tough one, right?
The problem is I don't have a lot of secrets. Like I'm pretty.
I'm just spreading mine out.
Yeah, I tell pretty much everybody everything. I mean, and I think you guys know this, but I'm surprisingly flexible for a fat guy. Like hands flat on the floor,
Oh, boy.
legs straight,
That's what I'm talking
no
about.
problem. For 200 and almost 70 pounds, and not athletic at all. I'm reasonably limber.
Are we gonna go see you do some somersaults or cartwheels or something in a second?
I said limber. I
Okay.
didn't say athletic or gymnastic.
I'm probably the least flexible person out of all three of us. Like, I am awful when it comes to flexibility.
Well, this came up at lunch yesterday. And it's the only reason I really could
I don't
think about it.
understand how we got to this point.
I don't
It
know,
Came out
man.
at lunch.
Yesterday, somehow Austin mentioned that like he can't even touch his ankles.
What?
I mean, he's tall and he's
tall, I
skinny. I
mean-
would think he would have. He's like, nah, I got nothing.
Wow. Eh. Everybody's different. That's what the world teaches us. What's the? I think I know the answer.
Oh,
What's the
God.
scariest story that you have of a situation you've had since you began your career here at Taurus?
I'm really interested to hear this.
This is a loaded question, isn't it, boys?
I put it on there specifically for you.
All right, so, God, it was probably my third or fourth year.
The year of our Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, the year of our Lord, and there was a group of us going up to. Well, there's actually two. I'm gonna give you two.
Okay.
That's okay.
I love it.
Okay. So the first one, we were going up to Toronto,
Mm.
and it was with your
Canada,
brother-in-law.
eh?
Yeah, almost made it. Almost made it. And
Oh, I remember this.
yeah. So it was Barrett and a group of like Eric Flores
Yeah.
and a couple other people, and we didn't have the proper work documentation.
Yes.
And it was our first time really doing anything international.
Yep.
So we really didn't know that we should like be like real keen about it. And so we get there, we're all dressed in Taurus gear, head to toe, not trying to hide anything.
Oh, picture it like 6 people standing all in a row
Oh, yeah.
together with backpacks
Oh, yeah.
on that are all the same,
Oh yeah.
red hats,
Oh yeah.
Carrying
black, gray, and
tools.
red.
Are you here for work or
Yeah,
pleasure?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely pleasure.
Definitely pleasure. and so we're sitting there and we're in immigration for like 3 hours. And they keep asking us what we're doing there, but they're wording it differently. They're trying to catch us in a lie. And we're like, listen, like, we just want to like get here and do our job. Like, well, don't you think Canadians can't do your job better and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, finally, I was like, man, like, I'm done answering your questions. Either
Did they separate y'all in different rooms too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
yeah. Dude.
You thought you were going to go to Canadian prison.
Oh, they were like, well, I guess we're gonna have to start doing background checks. And I look around, like who we're with, and I was like, this isn't gonna be good. Like, so they come back like 20 minutes later after they background checked us,
Yeah.
and they're like, you two, you're out of here. You're never allowed back. Blah blah blah, because of records, I guess, or something. And so yeah, we ended up getting deported from Canada. And
Were you one of the?
I mean, that
were
is
you
a
one of the folks
story
that are
right
like
there.
never allowed back?
no.
I didn't think so.
No.
Who stayed?
It was me and Wikipedia.
And you guys stayed in a hotel, right? Like of their choosing,
Of their choosing,
and they ushered you there and back again, right? For the flight.
Yeah, they transported us like in an unmarked car. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes,
they
sir.
said if we weren't back at the airport by like 5 a.m., we'd be considered fugitives and have warrants out for our arrest.
You better get that
all
work
to go
done.
install
dude.
an AV system.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You're like, is this really worth it?
I can picture Kyle like in an interrogation style room that's like half this size, and he's sitting at like a white table with little handcuff loops. He's not handcuffed, but he's sitting there.
He sees it, and there's just
And a guy comes in and like pulls out the aluminum chair and sits down and puts both of his hands on his table.
he's got the hand.
And
That's
Kyle's
basically
like,
what it was like.
and Kyle's like, no, man.
Nah, bro. No.
Listen, send me back.
This is you just described like a movie.
It's a movie.
Well, the only thing I could think about was Super Troopers, the opening scene. Canada, huh? Almost made it. And dude, I was just like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like,
Yes.
we're just here to install AV. We're not like,
If that's number one, I can't wait to hear number two.
well, number two, also Toronto. And this time I made it through. And
And now he's really not allowed back in Canada.
yeah, like I had to do some finagling to get through the border.
yeah,
And like they had me on a red flag list.
yeah, of course they
Yeah,
did.
yeah. And I was like, yeah,
Kyle Johnson.
yeah, God, can't trust that guy. Get him in here.
These Americans.
Yeah, yeah. It was who were we working for? I think it was a Ryan job.
It was.
Yeah. This is why you put this question. Okay. And so I was installing a projector above a very expensive table with a glass top on it,
Okay.
and
Yep.
and had my moving blanket and all that stuff on top of the table, and I had the ladder next to the table as I was installing the projector mount, and I was leaning over to tighten and level the projector mount. Well, I went to go crank down on that screw, and the screwdriver slipped out of my hand and fell in slow motion.
Yeah.
And just completely shattered every inch of that table's glass.
I still have that picture.
Dude, I was maybe here 3.5 years. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So I got with the site contact, and it sounded like a car accident because it was tempered glass. And when tempered glass breaks,
Yeah.
I mean, sounds like a gunshot in there.
Yeah.
And so Phyllis comes in.
Yeah.
And luckily Phyllis liked me, and it wasn't a big deal.
In a lot of ways.
Well, yeah, we won't go there. This is a kid show.
She requested you for every
Oh, no,
job.
dude,
She's like,
it
I don't
was
care
so-
where it is on the planet.
She was a sweet lady, but it was so awkward, dude. It was very awkward because she would push the professional boundaries, you know? So, but anyway, so I call Rainey up, and I'm like, Rainey, we got some serious problems. And he was like, what's going on? And I told him, and dude, coolest, calmest can be, man. All right, man, we'll figure it out, you know? And that's the thing that's kind of, you learn working at a beautiful place like this is, man, if you're honest and accountable and learn from your lessons, I mean, that's all we can ask for.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, to answer your loaded question, that was the story.
So the next question
Yeah.
is about the best place you've ever visited while working here.
Oh, man.
Is it Toronto?
Yeah, it's definitely, no, dude.
The entire country of Canada.
I don't want to ever go back to Canada. Like that whole experience, like ruined Canada for me. Like I'm not a big Canada fan.
It's a beautiful place, too.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to BC, but I think I'm still on their flag list.
You're good. You're going on vacation. It's fine. Did you go to Alaska with us?
No, that's
Okay.
one place I haven't been.
I know it was Jackson and me. I don't remember who the third was.
Yeah, were the Northern Lights up there?
Barrett. No,
No,
we
bummer.
didn't see him. Yeah.
So best place it'd probably be Hawaii. When Barrett and I went in Hawaii for two weeks
Yeah.
span and island hopped for, I think it was for the government, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was for the government. And yeah, we went to Maui, Hilo, I think Kauai, and
That's amazing.
the Big Island. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And every day we'd hop on Hawaiian Airlines for like $65 and take like a 30-minute plane trip, and we'd go install like a little room and then fly back the same day and be back at our hotel. But yeah,
And you can't do any type of flight for 65 bucks right now.
no, not today.
Well, and these are tiny little planes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
little puddle jumpers.
yeah, and I mean, we were at the airport one morning. Remember the UFC fighter Chuck Liddell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there, and I'll never forget, dude.
Mohawk and all.
Mohawk and all, dude, with bright pink painted toenails.
He's just asking somebody to mess
Oh,
with him.
dude, yeah. You just,
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to Liddell with pink?
dude,
Like,
the guy has his hands are the size of cinder blocks. Like,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable how big that dude is. But yeah, just
do you say anything to him?
no. It was like 5:30 in the morning, dude. I was half awake. I just wanted to get on that plane so I could sleep.
Would you rather be invisible or have the ability to fly?
I'd have to go fly, man. You know, how cool would it be to fly? Like, I don't know. Invisible would be cool, but I think flying is where it's at.
I feel like if anybody ever answers invisibility, we're just instantly gonna think they're creepy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think I'd ask a couple of
Follow-up
questions.
Like, why?
Is it only my skin and myself, or if I'm wearing clothes, are those also
It would
a
have
part
to.
of the
It
invisibility?
would have to be whatever you're wearing.
Yeah, like you
Okay.
couldn't be
So
just walking.
then I've
don't
got
wanna-
another question.
I don't want to be
so
like
if
Invisible Man, where
if
you
I
gotta
go-
get naked.
Yeah, so if I'm carrying around a bag of money, is that also going to be invisible because I'm holding it? You know, so there's a lot of
So when you said like, is it my skin or my clothes? I'm like, so just your skin and nothing else.
So you'd have to like.
So like all
Get
your
in your
organs
birthday
and blood
suit?
vessels and everything you can
Okay,
see.
yeah. I
that's-
didn't mean for it to get picked apart, but
Well, that was instantly where my brain.
so
I was
you're
like,
going to go.
flight.
You're going to fly,
Solid,
and the
solid.
first place you're going to go to is Canada.
Oh yeah, yeah, Canada for sure. No, first place I'd go to would probably be Southeast Asia. Kick it
Just
in
kind of
Indo.
depends on how far. That's another follow up question. Like, how fast can I go? Is this like a Superman?
Oh, it has
faster
to
than
be
a speeding
Superman,
bullet?
dude.
I automatically assume, it's
Yeah.
like when you think of a human just randomly flying, it's one of two things: it's Iron Man or Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
And Iron Man is
Iron
not
Man would
really
probably be.
like his his
that's a suit,
superpower.
right?
Well, yeah, it's a suit.
Yeah.
His superpower is just being rich.
That'd be pretty sweet too.
We'll put that on here. Would you rather be invisible, have the ability to fly, or just be filthy rich?
I think if I ever get asked,
I think that'd be an even harder question.
yeah, if I ever get asked, like if what my superpower would be, it would be to be filthy rich.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? But Puffy said it the best, dude. Like, more money, more problems, right?
Yeah, less money, more problems.
True.
Same.
True.
Same.
I think I'd like to try it with more money, though. You know.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'd give it a good go.
Oh yeah.
On
yeah.
my yacht in the middle of the ocean near Asia or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you said.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast
Yeah.
Asia. Thanks. All right. Final question. What do you love most about being part of the Taurus family?
Man, to start with, everything. I mean, what Coop and Kev have built from the ground up, what we get to come to every day, like something special that not many people get to experience. You know.
Certainly feels unique.
I love the fact that everyone that comes in this place can be their self and is accepted and loved for who they are. And I love that when we say, hey, it's a family, it truly is a family. You know?
Good, bad, or other.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you're going to have your ups and downs, but no other place I'd rather be. I don't know about you guys.
No,
You know?
we want to be sitting behind this table forever.
Yeah. and
I'm
you-
good. Yeah.
I think all three of us do. I mean,
Listen, even if they fix the glitch and I stop getting my paycheck,
I'm still showing up.
I'm still showing up.
Yeah.
I don't think they realize what they've done.
Especially if your financial app is deleted off your phone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just
You're gonna find out the hard way.
I know the front door is unlocked at 9:00. I'm just gonna stroll in and sit in an empty chair
yeah. I mean,
until somebody calls the cops.
to go back to it though, I mean, dude, it's just beautiful. I love everyone I work with. You know, I love that we care so much about our customers and our clients, and they're the number one priority, and then it's us. You know, I love the Coop and Kevin doing the small stuff, being so gracious to us. You know, having snacks in the fridge and stocked stocked kitchen and the eggs and shit.
Yeah.
And, I mean, dude, you don't get that
Yeah.
everywhere. Like, I just appreciate what they've built and respect both of them as men. Like, it's super cool.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. That's a big part of why we do this is so we can share some of that the culture that we have here, the family that we have here, and just let other people hear it from other people.
Yeah, man.
Versus just Corey and I all the time.
I wouldn't trade it for anything, man. Like, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Money can't buy happiness.
That's awesome, man.
I mean,
Isn't that a song?
yeah. I mean,
It's a country song.
Yeah.
I'd sure like to give it a try, though.
Man, I'm happy, man. Like that to me, that's all that matters. Like, it's simple life.
To offer some clarity, though, Eggs and Shit is the name of their restaurant.
Yes.
You're not thankful for just eggs and shit.
No. I should
Literally,
I
the name.
Yeah.
I thought we were
their
just going to
restaurant.
leave it just like kind of
no.
open-ended.
Obscure.
So what Eggs and Shit is Coop and Kev and their families are gracious enough to wake up early in the morning before any of us get here, and out in the warehouse they'll start cooking for all their employees, and they do it out of love and appreciate, and it's just
it's really good.
it's really good. Yeah,
good.
yeah, absolutely. And I just think it's super awesome that they get it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like we're part of their family, you know. Like, they appreciate us just as much as their family.
You're
That's
over
really
there
good,
talking
man.
about family, and I'm just thinking of the toaster, egg, and sausage sandwiches.
man. I'm so hungry right
Dude,
now.
they need to bring it back, dude. They need to bring it back.
He said something about trying to make French toast on Monday, but I haven't heard any confirmation.
Bring it. Let's go.
French Toast Monday.
Well, it's only because I'm going to be on PTO.
Oh, well,
We always try to plan it around when Corey's gone.
yeah.
100% guaranteed.
Dude, poke the bear. Poke the bear. So
Hey,
All the
Kyle,
time.
thank you very much for coming on the show, man. I think my face hurts from smiling a lot
Yeah, mine too.
hey, man, that's good to
during
laugh.
this whole one. So hopefully the viewers and listeners get to appreciate a little bit of that too, man.
If you were in a grumpy mood when this started, you're not now.
Well, hopefully everyone got a little insight and laughed a little bit.
We love you, buddy.
I love
Thanks,
you guys,
everybody.
too.
Thanks for watching and listening. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah.